Hello everyone and welcome back to Fashion with Sought Out YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial we are learning how to make this gorgeous bridal hand fan. If it's something you love to learn, let's get going guys. So for this particular fan, I have all these materials here. I have my hand fan. These are the one that you can get from the houses, right? Okay, I have my feathers. I have two different colors of the feathers. Okay, I have my brow brooch and other appliques that I'm going to be making use of. I also have a pipe here. You can see this pipe, I got it from those selling plumbing materials, right? So that's what I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do first on the fan is to trim it out like this so that we'll have the shape we desire of the fan. Okay, so the fan is not actually a round fan. Okay, before doing that, I'm going to plug my glue gun so that it get hot before we need it. Okay, so we'll continue in the cutting. Now I'm cutting the other side. Now it's like an oval shape. The shape is like an oval shape, not a round shape. Okay, so that's why I'm trimming that out. Okay, so after cutting that out, the next thing we are going to do is to insert it inside the hose. We are doing this so that it will give us that, you can see how that heavy, do I call it an heavy? You see the way the handle is, right? The full big handle. I don't want it thin. Okay, I want that I should use the word fat. I want the handle to be fat, and that's why I inserted the hose, right? So I'm also trimming it to get the accurate handle. It shouldn't be too long, right? So that's why I'm trimming that out. After that has been done, guys, the next thing we are going to do is the covering of our the skeleton. So now this fan is the skeleton, right? So to cover it, I have this tapeter material which I'm going to use in covering it. So I'll go ahead and trim what I have there and then use it to cover the whole thing. Now after covering the front and the back, this is the way we have it. You see, I have also gone ahead to cut some strap out of the tapeter. I don't know the length, but the width is like 2 inches width. So what I'm going to do first is to cover the base of the handle. Okay, so can you see, you cover it such that nothing is showing, and afterward I'm going to go ahead and wrap the whole strap around the handle. Okay, so this you are going to do it until you get the desired thickness you want for the handle. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap the whole thing. After wrapping it, guys, this is the outcome we have. You can see the thickness of the handle now and the skeleton itself well wrapped. After that has been done, I'll go ahead and wrap my, this is ribbon. I'll go ahead, I'm using ribbon as the main handle, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it just like I wrapped the strip, the tapeter stripe. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that all the edges are well closed. I'm taking my time to show you what I did over there, such that when you are doing your own, you know how to go about it. This you don't rush to do, you take your time so that it will give you a neat finishing. And as you can see, guys, I'm still at the base of the handle. So I'm just taking my time to make sure every fold enters well and everywhere is well glued, or glued rather, sorry guys. So after that has been done, I go ahead and cut it. Now we have the base cover. As you can see, what we are going to do next is wrap the satin around the whole handle. So like you can see, I'm starting from the edge also. So I'm going to place my glue over there and then begin the wrapping. So guys, this is where the work is. In wrapping this, I went over like more than 7 times, like from the hair, from the base to the up, from the base to the up and up to the base, like almost 5, 7 or 8 times 7. So I'm doing that so as to get the desired thickness, right, and also to have a neat finishing. After doing everything, this is the way it came out. You can see it is neatly wrapped, you see. Okay, right, so we are done with the base, and you can see how beautiful it's coming out already. Having done that, the next thing we are going to do is take this beautiful trimmings applique and then wrap it around the base. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this twice, like I'm having 2 lines of that. So as it is, this is the first line, right, and then I will do it the second time. Guys, after fixing it the second time, this is the way it came out, right? So we are done with that. We'll go ahead to our feathers. Now for these feathers, I'm making use of chicken feathers, and I have 2 different colors here. I have cream color and white color. Now this is the closest feathers I could access here in Nigeria, right? So that's why I'm making use of this. It's soft. Chicken feather is softer than any other feathers, and it's a bit wider, than that's why I'm making use of this. So what I'm doing right there is the feather, the whole thing. Now I'm doing it for the front and the back. I'm having the same thing I have at the front, at the back. So what I'm going to do is first divide. So I have 1 yard of the 2 colors, 1 yard of the white color and 1 yard of the other color. So I'm going to just divide it into 2 and then the feathered it. Now I have the half yard. I'm going to set the other half yard aside because I don't want it to, you know, because it's pieces, it's easily blown away. So I'm going to use this first for the front, and then after I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and defeather the other half. So this is the way to place it. I put my gum and then started the arrangement of the feathers from the edge, from one edge to another. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my time to fix it like so, without leaving any gap out, right? Mind you, in the arrangements, it was the first the white feathers that I arranged first, right? So I arrange the white, and this is the way we have it afterwards. Now I'm going to work with the cream colors. You can see the whole thing is almost covered. So by the time I place the cream color, it will give it the full effect, right? Now, in making these feathers, the professionalism is seen in the arrangement. So you take your time and make sure that everywhere is well arranged. Now guys, I've gone ahead and arranged the cream color on it. You can see that the color is matching, like it's entering each other, and it's looking beautiful already, right? So before we place the applique on this side, I'll go ahead also defeather the other half yards that we have, and then go ahead to use it to cover the back. For the back, I'm just going to follow exact way I did it at the front, making use of the white feathers first, and then go ahead to complete it with the cream feathers. You see the way I started from the edge. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that it runs, and then in arranging it too, I am making sure that the length of the back is equal with the front, so that I won't waste much of the feathers. After much arranging, my people, this is the way the whole thing came out. You can see that the front and the back are not looking much different. Okay, they are looking alike. So it's the applique, the design that we are putting on it, that will show the difference. Now, so we'll go ahead and begin to design it with our beautiful applique. In the fixing of the appliques, of course, you have to use your skills here. There's no one way to it. It's just you being skillful, and then what do I say now? You just arrange it, and then, you know, we have a a picture we are replicating. Just look at it and then follow suit. So now I'm placing the brooch first. Okay, do you see the way I place it? And then I'll begin with, I have all that tiny place, they are like crystals, so I'm going to arrange that on the handle. Okay, do you see? It's a crystal, it's a small crystal, and then I'm just going to go ahead, arrange it in a straight line, okay, on the handle. I have like 3 of that crystals on it, like so. I just place it like we have it, and then we'll move to these other trimmings, this applique, and then we'll cut it in sizes. Now I counted what I have there, like I counted 7 first, and then I'm going to cut out 7. The way the applique is something that you can detach from each other, so I don't know how exactly to put that word. So I counted it and then cut out 7 over there. That will serve as the center of the design. So I'm just going to put my glue on it like so, and then place it at the center. Okay, so just please, I'm sorry for like the slowness, but then I'm trying to show you all that I did. Okay, so that is the first and the center of the design. For the next one, I went ahead and cut 6 strands. The first one was 7, the second is 6, and then I'm going to place it this way. Do you see it? I'm going to have another one on the other side from the center. That one too is 6 strand. Should I call that strand? I'm sure cutting it, guys. I don't know what name to call it. Just give it a name, and then I place it like so. So we have 2, we have the center, then we have 2 by the side, by each side, and then we'll cut the other one. This time around I'm cutting 5 strands. I'm going to place it like so. I'll go ahead and cut that size again and place it at the other edge, right? So basically I'm trying to put it to see the way it will be before I glue the whole thing down. So I'm going to cut that other one too, and then place it at the other side. So now we have 5 lines, but we are going to 7. I'm going to cut another 2 strands and line rather, and then place it where it should be, and then I'll go ahead and gum the whole thing. So guys, this is the outcome of the placements, and you see it's coming beautiful already. So for the down parts, for the handle part, I'm going to go ahead and then wrap the trimmings, the applique rather, around it again. You know, we had 2 wrap the other time, so 2 layers. Let me use the word layers. Then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it the 3rd time, right? So that is for the handle. Now for the back, we are not using brooch for the back. We are just using this particular trimmings, and then I'll just arrange it just like I arrange the fronts, put the center, and then cut other strand and then gum. The whole essence of we placing the trimmings at the back is for us to have a neat finishing and for it to cover all the rough edges. Okay, so we have the back like so, and then we'll proceed to the placement of the chain applique. Okay, so I'm just going to place it. I don't know the better way to explain this, but what I did was to place it on the second applique over there, like second. Okay, maybe I should give it the number 2 of the strand, and then I'm going to place the chain on it at the center between the number 1 of the first strand and the number 2. Do you see where I place it? And then I'm going to draw it down to the edge of the handle. At the handle side, I came to the second row, like you can see, and then I glue it, and then afterwards I'm going to I'm trying to make it over, like an oval shape, and then I'm going to draw it up to the last strand over there. You can see the way I'm holding it, and then to the second dot. Let me use the word dot. Sorry, I'm using many words for this because I don't know what actually to call it. So the second dot of the roll, I'm just going to gum it just like we did to the other side, right? Okay, so we have the first chain like so. Then we will go ahead and place the second chain. Now for the second chain, I came inward on the dots, the fourth one. You see, if you count the dots, remember I said I'm calling it dots now, you pass it through the third row of the handle and gum like so, and then you draw it to the other side also in an oval shape just like we did the first, and then make sure that everything aligns, and then come to the fourth dot of this and glue it also, right? So we have the second one. I'm going to cut it and then use my glue to fix it to the strand. Okay, so that is that. So that, so go ahead and fix the third chain. This time around we are starting from the like the center of it. So I'm just going to place the chain like so. This time around too in an oval shape, but I'll make it to come down underneath the crystal line on the handle. Do you see? Come to the crystal line and then come over to the other side. From the crystal line, it's just come down a bit from the crystal line and then come to the edge of this other side. So that is how we have the front. Now to the back. On the handle, I will use my remaining crystal on it to decorate the handle part just like we had it at the front. So I'm just going to place the crystal, and after everything has been done, the whole fan came out so beautiful. Guys, if you have stayed to this time watching this tutorial, it's an assurance for me that you got value watching it. Kindly like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friend, and by eventually you have any question you want to ask me, do well to ask, feel free to ask, and be sure that we'll answer. So this is how the whole fan came out afterwards. We are done with the fan and it came out beautifully. Thank you guys for staying tuned. See you in my next tutorial. Bye bye.